Famcast Media, bitch.
So I just realized during editing that I accidentally recorded this video using the wrong microphone, instead of using the one that's sitting right in front of my face. I was recording using the microphone that was connected to my motherboard right next to my laptop speakers. So the audio quality is going to be rather lousy, so I apologize in advance for this. Otherwise, enjoy the video. It seems like it's going to be the end of Iced Earth for a while. Good afternoon, demons and demon. This is Kwame Wahkan. Sorry about another long delay, because I've been doing these delays for quite a while. It seems like whenever I want to get back into the swing of things, it seems like there's always something, that's always, occupying me, whether it be work or my job or anything else. Plus, I just received a promotion, and shortly after I got promoted, one of my supervisors ended up in the hospital, so I ended up having to, work their shift as well. So yeah, it's been a pretty rough week for me. Alright, but I was just reading the newspaper today, and I've seen some very shocking things, especially with Iced Earth. Now, if you've seen my last Iced Earth video, Jon Schaffer was wanted by the FBI, and shortly after that, after he was realizing that his picture was being floated all over the FBI website, he turned himself into the police. Iced Earth released a statement, condemning his actions. And, we've seen it all sorts of places, lots of musicians are, losing record deals and, are being canceled for, attending the Donald Trump rally from January 6th. Well, like a domino effect, I've noticed that I thought it was going to happen only gradually, or maybe not happen at all, but apparently 3 members of Iced Earth's band have quit. Stu Block, Luke Appleton, and now Jake Dreyer have all decided to quit Iced Earth. Now, none of them, to be fair, none of them actually said they quit because of Jon Schaffer. However, they left, like I said, they left very, vague statements, and, being that we've seen so many other musicians lose their career over, the whole Donald Trump rally, I think it's fair to say that, this is probably one of the reasons why they decided to left the band. Because, like I said, they had very good music, they had a really good musical career, and from what I understand, they didn't have any bad chemistry with Jon Schaffer. But, after seeing so many other musicians, lose their record deal and getting canceled in the court of public opinion, they decide, what, it's best to save our careers and save ourselves, and let's leave the band. Now, I don't know if Iced Earth is going to continue. I don't know if they're going to try and, get more members. But from what it looks like, it just looks like Brent and John are the only members left of the band right now. Which is pretty, sad, especially if you're an Iced Earth fan or anything like that. Now, it's also come to my attention, it's not just, Iced Earth's band members that are distancing themselves from Jon Schaffer. Also, Jon Schaffer was working on another project called Demons and Wizards, where he was working with, I think, a couple other musicians, if I'm not mistaken. And they've all parted ways with Jon Schaffer and said that, we're going to just cancel this project altogether. We don't want to be associated with, someone that participated in the Donald Trump rally. And also, and this is also a really surprising thing, now, if you guys seen that photo of Jon Schaffer, where, he's at the Capitol building, he's yelling, and, everyone was pointing out that he was wearing an Oath Keepers hat. Well, apparently, the Oath Keepers themselves say that they want to have no association with Jon Schaffer. They said, he's not a part of our organization, he doesn't represent our organization, we respect law enforcement and things like that. So, even the Oath Keepers themselves, although the mainstream media won't point this out, the Oath Keepers themselves say, you know what, we don't want anything to do with Jon Schaffer. Well, I mean, so apparently Schaffer must have done some crazy shit up in the Capitol to make, not only musicians distance themselves from him, but now the Oath Keepers want to distance themselves from him. And from new released evidence, from what I can see, there's videos of Jon Schaffer with bear mace, and he's spraying police officers at the Capitol with bear mace. So, it kind of makes sense that, the Oath Keepers, which is, stands in solidarity with law enforcement, wouldn't want anything to do with Jon Schaffer, who was, essentially basically assaulting police officers. And I think he's been brought up on, 6 charges because of this. Now, I don't know if he'll ever see, time in prison. That's up for the courts to decide. That's up for the police and the FBI to, finish their investigation. But either way, when it comes to Jon Schaffer, I have respect for him as a musician. I have respect for him for, writing good lyrics and stuff like that. But, the fact that, you have this guy who, denies that COVID is a real thing and believes in all this other, crazy conspiracy theories. I mean, as a musician, like I said, I respect him, but politically, he's off the deep end. He's probably, I hope he's not too far gone, but from what it looks like, I think he's too far gone at this point. And, like I said, I feel bad about, Iced Earth, losing so many of their members, and all I can do is say that I hope that they find, other bands to join. I hope all 3 of them can, group together and form a different band, get new members, possibly even work with a local band, or, gain more exposure for local musicians and local metalheads and artists. But other than that, I think this is just a really sad fate for such a good band. The fact that, I don't think Jon Schaffer thought about this before, acting. If he thought about his actions before he done this, then, chances are Iced Earth will probably still be together today. But unfortunately, due to the court of public opinion and, cancel culture and whatnot, Jon Schaffer should have known what the fuck he was doing. He should have known better. All right? I mean, I'm not going to excuse, bear macing police and shit like that, because you don't do something like that. I mean, look, I understand you're upset about the fucking election. I get it. I'm upset about the fucking election. I don't like I don't like Joe Biden any more than anyone else. Joe Biden is let's be honest, he's going to be a terrible president. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist or a genius to figure that shit out. He's just going to do the same old shit that every other establishment politician is going to do. All right, I have no love for Donald Trump either, but just participate in a rally and then have it get violent. No. You don't do that. There's better ways to, express yourself rather than, trying to, tear shit up and burn things and, throw tear gas and bear mace police officers. All right, there's better ways to do that. But either way, Jon Schaffer, you done fucked up, blood. You really did. You didn't have to do all this. You went out there showing off, and now you put the entire band at jeopardy. Now you have this great band that released hit after hit and good album after good album, and now you guys are pretty much on the verge of breaking up. That's what it looks like. Now, like I said, I don't know if they'll find new members. I think it's going to be hard for them to get new members, especially if Jon Schaffer is involved, because, like I said, record companies are going to drop them like a hot potato, because they don't want to be associated with someone that, participated in the Donald Trump rally. Because, it got violent. If it stayed peaceful, then I seriously doubt any of this would, be very controversial. You have Trump supporters, you got Biden supporters, you got progressives, and you have, libertarians, all these other people. The metal community is very diverse. Don't get me wrong. Most metalheads tend to be very anti-establishment. But, you do, like I said, you do have, your conservatives, you do have libertarians, progressives, and communists, and all that other shit, all right? But, one thing is that this whole idea of, inciting a riot and inciting violence and stuff like that, and, putting innocent people's lives on the line. Think about it. There was a police officer that was killed that was killed in this riot. I think he got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher, and he died. You know, that's sad. I mean, you have a guy that will never get to see his wife and kids again. You know, it's really fucked up. But like I said, Jon Schaffer, like I said, you really messed up here. You should this should be a lesson to everybody. Think before you act. I mean, especially if you're in a band, you don't want to put, you know, your actions reflect the way people perceive the band. Many metalheads are looking at Jon Schaffer and they're trying to portray every member of Iced Earth as this crazy radical. And when most of the members of the band are like, no, this isn't us. This guy is too far gone. Jon Schaffer doesn't represent the entire band. Now, don't get me, like I said, he's a good musician. He writes good lyrics and stuff like that. But this is just terrible. A terrible ending for such a great band. But that's basically all I have to say. You guys have anything else you might add? Just leave it in the comments. I'm leaving them open for you guys. But that's basically it right now. To Jon Schaffer, well, I don't know what's going to happen to you. I don't know if you're going to see any day in prison or day in court, but I hope you can get all that shit straightened out, and I hope, you know, you can move past this, and, you know, hopefully you can be, you know, let out of this rabbit hole that you're in. And to the other band members, I wish you guys much luck and much success in your career. I honestly don't think that they're going to quit music altogether. They're probably, like I said, probably going to form a new band or possibly work with, you know, other independent musicians or local musicians. And like I said, their careers are going to prosper. But if you were associated with this Donald Trump rally, or, you know, you participated in, you know, violent actions against the police, then, well, I think you should be held accountable for your actions. If you're still out on the loose and the FBI is looking for you, then my advice would just be, you know, to turn yourself into the police, admit what you did, and, you know, you just face the consequence like a man. All right, but that's basically it. You guys stay safe, stay metal, hail Satan, and I'll catch you guys next time.